YouTube, how you doing? You know I'm gonna do this every video, right? Look, let me preface some stuff. I've been gone. I be gone. I do that. That's something I do. I pop in and out like Corey S. Kenshin. I pop in and out like your dad. Except I come back every now and then. No milk, but we gonna make it do. Anyways, what's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? It's T Jaxson. I'm T Jax. Whatever this channel is. I got two channels. This is my other channel right here on the screen right now. I make music on it. Done with the plug. Anyways, hold up. I gotta show y'all my view real quick. You see the light coming in. Let me show you the view. Hold up. I gotta take y'all over here to see the view type shit. They're doing construction right now. They're working on a new recreation building for working out, playing sports, all that. But the view looks nice. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna give y'all a little nighttime picture too. This is the picture I took at night. Hey, tell me it don't look nice. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. You already know we live in lavish in college town. You feel me? This is how we get down at U of M. You know what I'm saying? University of Michigan type shit. Anyways, what I want to talk about today. Well, ESPN dropped their ranking of the top 100 players in the NBA going into the season, and I just want to break down a couple of things. I definitely have some reactions to make. So hold up though, before I get into it, right to fit, right to, you know what I'm saying, right to fit type shit. I'm not getting up to show you my pants, so you can, it's black jeans. You can imagine what that looks like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go from 10 to 1, and then I'm gonna go from 11 to 100. But I'm not gonna talk about everyone, but I'm just gonna point out some notable things. So all right, so at number 10 we have Anthony Davis. Last year he was at rank 20. Now, mind you, something I do want to say that a lot of people didn't understand is that this is what ESPN is predicting that they'll be at by the end of this season. So they're not saying that Anthony Davis at the end of last season was the 10th best player. What they're saying is that they think that through the course of this season, Anthony Davis will perform like the 10th best NBA player this season. So, I'm going to spoil it real quick. Anthony Edwards is at 13, and a lot of people were arguing about that. But if you look at how he played last season, you look at how he performed in the playoffs against the Nuggets, and then you look at what he did in the FIBA this summer, they're saying that they think that through this NBA season, he will perform like the 13th best player. They're not saying that he's actually the 13th best player right here and now, but they're saying that he should be by the end of the season. Anyway, so number 10, we have Anthony Davis. He played good. He played great in the playoffs. He's tall, lengthy, former number 1 overall pick. Not much else to say. Last year, they had him at rank 20. I can't really disagree with that either. Somewhere, in the teens, I would put him at. So I like 10. 10 is fine. At number 9, we have LeBron James. It's insane that a player that is nearly 40 years old, that is turning 39 in 2 months, is still a top 10 player in the NBA. This is unprecedented. I still think MJ is the greatest player of all time, but we can have debates about that in other videos. I personally agree with this spot on the list. LeBron may put up insane stats, and the Lakers may have a great season, but at the end of the day, when it comes to load management and effort, even if LeBron still has the IQ, he's putting up the stats, he's still doing LeBron things, I don't think he's better than number 9, if that makes sense. They had him at number 6 last year. I agree with this. All right, at number 8, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was number 48 going into last year. That's ridiculous. He had an amazing season, MVP candidate type shit. The Thunder just had a great season. The Thunder are such a young budding team, and to have someone like Shai at the helm leading it, I agree with number 8. People are saying that it's ridiculous to have him above LeBron. You do realize Shai averaged 30 points a game this season, 32. He averaged 31.5 points a game this season on over 50% shooting from the field. Over 50% from the field. Are we going to sit here and act like this is not a top 10 player in the NBA? You can argue he might not be above LeBron, might not be above 80, but he's a top 10 player in the NBA 100%. I 100% agree with this take. Great take, and alongside Chet and Chet's rookie season, him and Chet are going to kill the league this year. I'm calling it. At number 7, we have Kevin Durant. Last year they had him at 8. I don't know who they had above him last year. I don't know how he went up a spot, but I agree. Number 7. I mean, he's Kevin Durant. At the same time, I kind of disagree, though. I had to think about it. Because if you actually watched the playoffs, I know gravity. I know he's lengthy. I know who Kevin Durant is, obviously. Devin Booker is the best player on the Phoenix Suns. Hot take. I'm calling it now. Fight me in the comments. Devin Booker is the best player on the Phoenix Suns right now. I know Kevin Durant. I know all the things that he brings to a team, and I know that the stats don't tell everything. But if you look at efficiency, you look at stat lines, you look at the points Devin Booker was putting up, Devin Booker was controlling the ball, controlling the pace for the Suns that whole playoffs, and Kevin Durant was the one corner sitting. Kevin Durant was the one like corner sitting and getting like pop shots off of the space that Booker was creating. Now, yes, some of Booker's buckets were caused by Kevin Durant being the one that people have to, gravitate towards. I understand that. But I genuinely think that Devin Booker should honestly be higher on this list than Kevin Durant. So, I mean, I'm not going to make my own top 100, but like I'm about to make my own top 100 after this video. Number 6, we have Jaxson Tatum. Last year they had him at 7. Once again, I have zero clue who went down and who went up. Oh, that's what happened. LeBron was at 6 and now he's at 9. And then Kevin Durant and Jaxson Tatum both went down. Okay, I get it now. Anyway, he's a 6. They had him at 7. I agree with 6. Jaxson Tatum is an incredible basketball player. He has all the skills that you need in today's NBA to be successful. He's long, he's lengthy, he's like 6'9". He can shoot, he can score at all 3 levels. His defensive prowess isn't high, but I mean he has the ability to play lockdown defense when he needs to. An All-NBA player, MVP candidate. Celtics are probably going to be the number 1 or number 2 seed in the East this year. No issue with this. And now we get to the T. At number 5, we have that guy, Stephen Curry. Now, I have a Stephen Curry jersey. I'm not pulling it out right now. I don't feel like it. I'm going to just be honest. But, if you know me, I'm the biggest Steph Curry fan on the planet. I would like to say, fuck anybody who was rocking with the Celtics. We smoking that motherfucking Celtics back, bitch. Hey, I'm big stepping. Where's it? Hey, I'm big stepping. Hitting big threes. Then we full court pressure. Hey. My favorite 2 players in the NBA is Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard. Those are my 2 favorite players. Easily. They're my archetype. Because I'm a short guy. I'm 5'11". I'm 6 foot on a good day, but I'm 5'11". And the way that Steph Curry plays the game of basketball has inspired me so much. I mean, you would just have to see me play one time to understand that I shot check, I shoot threes, I bring the ball up the court. I'm a shoot first point guard is what I am. I'm a shot first point guard, which is what Curry is, which is why they act like Curry's a shooting guard. But whatever, we don't need to talk about what true point guard is, what true point guard isn't. But they have Steph Curry at number 5. I think this is a little bit ridiculous after we get into the next 2 people, so I'm going to say that in a minute. At number 4, we have Luka Doncic. He dropped 1 spot from last year. Last year was at 3. This year is at 4. I think the reason that he went down a spot is due to the fact that the Mavs kind of sucked ass. they just kind of sucked dick last year. I mean, Doncic is incredible. He puts up good stats, but he didn't really contribute to winning basketball last season, which is insane to say because, once again, he's a perennial MVP every single year for the last 3 years, and he will continue to be until he wins MVP eventually. I think he will. But first of all, can't play defense. He's slow as shit, and they just lost too many games for me to respectfully put him, for me to respectfully put him anything above 4. All right, so at number 3, we have Joel Embiid, the choke god himself, blah, blah, blah. So, here's the thing about Joel Embiid. Is he an incredible basketball player? Yes. I remember, I'm sorry, I can't point to what game it was, but I was watching a game, it was versus the Warriors. I was watching Warriors versus Philly this season, and Joel Embiid, is just at times the most unstoppable person in basketball. It's like Anthony Davis. It's like when Anthony Davis goes on his runs, you look at him and you're like, how do you stop an Anthony Davis? Injuries are going to stop Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, and playing time are going to stop them, and themselves are going to stop them. It's like at times he just does random shit on the court that I don't understand, and it's like at times he's not as aggressive as he should be, and you can point some of that to Doc Rivers coaching. You can point some of that to the offense being stagnant, or James Harden needing to get his shine, or Maxey, you want him to get touches because you want him to grow into the player that you know he can become. But Joel Embiid's brand of basketball does not create success in the playoffs, and I think we need to point to that as an importance. You know, who's going to show up when it matters most, and that's Steph Curry. Can we not forget that this man, Steph Curry, dropped 50 points in Game 7 as the 6th seed beating the 3rd seed? Now, you can argue that, you know, if he was better, then they wouldn't have been the 6th seed. But the fact is, he dropped 50 points in a Game 7, win or go home, in one of the most hostile, you know, away crowds the NBA has seen this season. You know, what is it, the Smoothie King Center? Is that what the Kings play in? I don't know, but the King Stadium, I mean, the fans are incredible over there, and the fact that Curry is doing this insane shit that he does at the age of 35, I think Curry deserves to be number 3 on this list. I think Curry is only going to continue his fucking dominance over the game of basketball. I think I'm cool with Luka being 5, Joel being 4, Curry being 3. At number 2, Nikola Jokic. I agree. Nothing else to say. Incredible playoff run. He deserves to be number 2 or number 1. What else can you say? And at number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I know how to say it. Yeah, I agree. My dad said that Giannis is a top 15 player of all time right now. And I debated him with it for a minute, but he convinced me. He said, who would you take in NBA history right now? Is there 15 guys in NBA history that you would take over Giannis Antetokounmpo right now? You can argue who had the greater career, who had more accolades, better stats. As a pure, that boy nice basketball watcher, this nigga Giannis is insane. Nobody is fucking touching Giannis on a basketball court. You're not doing it. He has the length, the size, the athleticism, the poise, the leadership, the confidence, the fucking everything, that the work ethic, everything that you want out of a star player, Giannis is, and he's only getting better at. And not to mention, he's starting to develop a shot. He doesn't even need a 3-pointer. Once he gets a mid-range in his bag, he's good. But he's getting better at free throws, and he's been upping his 3-point attempts every season. So Giannis deserves to be number 1 in my book. What can you say? Had to take the glasses off. But anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from 11 up to 100. And just pick out some things that I see, and then my next video is going to be me making my own, probably top 50. I don't really feel like making a top 100 players list, but I'll make it. I'll fuck around and make a top 50. You know what I'm saying? So at number 11 we have Devin Booker. Once again, I think Devin Booker is going to be better than Kevin Durant this season. I'll die on that hill. I think Kevin Durant's an amazing player. I just also think Devin Booker's an amazing player. And I think Devin Booker is going to get more touches than Kevin Durant is, because Kevin Durant is kind of taking a seat back to be a shot, you know, a catch and shoot guy. The fuck can I talk? But yeah, so it is what it is. Devin Booker at 11, I like that. Jimmy Butler at 12, proved himself in the playoffs, played incredible. That's, you know, about exactly what I would expect. And Anthony Edwards at 13, I'm going to just do this one real quick because I just talked about it. I think he's an incredible player. Like I said, what he did in FIBA, what he did in the playoffs, what he's continuing to grow. His interviews, you can just tell he's the sort of guy who really wants to come in and work and make an impact on the game of basketball. And so I just think that he's just going to shine. He has the physical capabilities of like fucking Michael Jordan. So if he has the work ethic and the drive of that kind of player, then he has Michael Jordan potential, if you know what I'm saying. Damian Lillard at 14. Love Damian Lillard. That's my second favorite player. It's Dame Dollar. I think he's going to have a great year with the Bucks. I don't think he should be higher than 14. He's getting older, had injuries technically, so I think his play will drop a little bit, especially splitting time with Giannis, but what else can you say? Number 15, we have Donovan Mitchell. Love this. Love this. Love Donovan Mitchell. He's also one of my favorite NBA players. What he's did with the Cavs, I mean, they had a disappointing, playoff run, but still, Don's that guy. Bam Adebayo is 16. I know I said I wasn't going to touch everyone, but it's like I'm touching everyone. Bam Adebayo is 16. I think that this is a little high. I'm going to just be honest with you. He was 23 last year. I would have no problem with him being 23 again. I think that they had an incredible run. He was an all-star. I think he's going to have a great season this year. I think in the playoffs he stepped up. I think Bam did everything right, but that doesn't mean that I think he should be 16, if that makes sense. I don't think Bam could have played much better than he did, but 16 just feels a little high for Bam Adebayo right now. 17, Jamal Murray. People still don't give this guy the respect he deserves. I mean, I saw when he was playing in the bubble how insane of a scorer this guy was, and I thought it was going to continue, but after he tore his ACL, that I kind of forgot Jamal Murray existed. And then when he came back, he showed the fucking world who he was and that you can't forget about this guy. So kudos to him. Glad he came back. Glad he's number 17. I agree with that. Number 20, Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns is the 20th best player in the NBA. I really don't. I don't have much else to say. He's a great player, but I think Anthony Edwards is going to get more touches this year. And I think that Rudy Gobert is going to take up that big man dunker spot. So I don't know what the fuck they expect Karl Anthony Towns to do so well that's going to put him at 20. But something, apparently. Kawhi Leonard at 24. I mean, when Kawhi plays, he's top 15. 100%. When Kawhi Leonard plays, he's top 15 player in the NBA. 1,000%. Last year they had him at 12, which, yeah, I mean, that's about right. Brandon Ingram at 27. Brandon Ingram is not better than Zion Williamson. Brandon Ingram is not better than Zion Williamson. He's not. So I forgot where Zion's at in this list, but Brandon Ingram ain't higher than no fucking Zion. So I don't know why the fuck they got B.I. at 27. Paolo Banchero at 30. We need to stop waiting to give guys their props. Paolo Banchero put on a fucking show as his rookie season. Alright? A fucking show. So to be at 30, I mean, I'm not surprised, and I do genuinely think he should be somewhere up here. So people got to stop disrespecting these young guys in the league. Got to start giving them their props. I know it was for a low-win Magic team, but they even, exceeded expectations and won more games than everyone else thought they would. So I'm okay with having Paolo at 30. Kyrie at 34, cancer. That's all I got to say. He's kind of like a team cancer. I love Kai's personality. Watching like Kai as like a human being is cool. Like, he seems like a chill guy, and like I've watched him talk with like your age and shit, like on stream. Like, he seems like a cool person, but from a basketball, like a business standpoint, not gonna play a lot, doesn't bring you anything on defense. He's with a Mavs team that kind of has a wonky fit. We all know who Kyrie is. We all know his skill level, his talent level. Is an amazing basketball player to watch with the ball in his hands, but damn, first of all, he has to stop doing all this off the court bullshit, for one, and act like he loves his job. And for two, the Mavericks just have a weird ass fit, and I think he deserves to be at 34. Klay Thompson at 41. Yeah, that's fair. He was 37 last year. I don't even know why he was 37 last year. I wouldn't even have put him that high. I don't know. Klay Thompson can't do much with the ball in his hands. He's more of an off-ball guy. Game 6 Klay fucking shitted for us in the playoffs too this year when we lost to the Lakers. So much for Game 6 Klay. He made the most threes in the league last year. I mean, Curry didn't play, so that was the reason for his increased touches and shot opportunity. I don't know. I think Klay at 41 is fine. I don't think it should be much higher. If anything, I would put him lower, even though I'm a Warriors fan. But, just being objective here. Tyrese Maxey at 42, James Harden at 43. Tyrese Maxey over James Harden. Yeah. That's like I said, yeah. That's fair. Honestly, yeah, that's fair. Tyrese Maxey is a great young guy. I just watched his podcast with JJ Redick, and hearing him talk about the game, once again, he's one of those young guys who really seems like he has a good grasp of who he is, where he wants to be at. He wants to work. He has high work ethic. He wants to put in the work. He wants to be better. But more than all, he wants to fit into his role on the team. And he talked about some of his methodology on like how he prepares for games and how he prepares for lineups and how he practices for whether he's going to have the ball in his hands, whether he's not, whether he's going to get screen and roll action with Joel Embiid, whether he's going to be in the corner for screen and roll actions with James Harden and Joel Embiid, whether he's going to be in Tobias's shoes as like trying to play like up wing even though he's shorter, whatever it ends up being. Tyrese Maxey really just seems like he wants to win, wants to play his role, and those are the type of guys that are always needed in the NBA. And then, you know, behind him you have locker room cancer James Harden. I'm going to make a call right now. You can call this a hot take. I'm making a call right now. James Harden will not win a championship the rest of his career as anything but a third option. I think if James Harden is your second or first option on your team, you will not win a chip. James Harden has to be the third option or worse on your team, and he has to fucking accept it. All right, I have two left. Zion Williamson at number 57. Ridiculous, retarded, stupid, dumb, all the above, everything. Zion Williamson was an MVP candidate when he was healthy last season. I can't even, I don't know. I personally just can't really fathom him being a 57. I know it's the Kawhi effect. The same thing with Kawhi. Kawhi is better, but they're just saying that he's not going to play a lot. So they're dropping him from what they think he really is for his play style. But even accounting for injuries, he's still a top 25 player in the NBA, without a doubt, to me personally. Do you watch him? Do you watch him play? Does ESPN not fucking watch basketball? Because Zion Williamson impacts a game on both ends of the floor every single second he's in the fucking basketball game. You can't keep your eyes off of Zion or he would change the game. That game versus the Suns when he did the 360 windmill at the end, that whole game he was just fucking ripping through the Suns and they couldn't do shit about it. That guy's 57. Fuck you. And then last but not least here we have Russell Westbrook at 94. Yeah. Is Russell Westbrook a top 50 player in the NBA this season? I'm gonna say no, but he should be like 51 or 52. Fucking, they have Mike Conley one spot above him, and he's better than Mike Conley already. So that's already wrong. All you got to do is go down one fucking spot to see how Russell Westbrook at 94 is wrong. Do I think Westbrook is a top 50 player in the NBA? Once again, that's arguable, but he should be right outside of the top 50, not 90 fucking 4. The Westbrook disrespect has to stop. I think he's going to have a bounce back season. He played great in the playoffs, phenomenal. I think once he gets a little bit better of a fit of this team, you know, playing besides Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, I think Westbrook is going to show that he's not like just this, I don't know, like he's not just this bum on the street that like people are acting like he is after that bad stint with the Lakers, which mind you was a bad stint, but I don't know, the disrespect for, you know, Westbrook got to stop. But anyway, that was my reaction to the ESPN's top 100 players going into the 2023-2024 NBA season. How did you feel? I don't know. Drop a comment below, maybe. Tell me how you felt, and I'll argue with you or agree with you, something like that. I'm about to make a top 50 players like right now, so I'm about to be wearing the same fit in that video. Judge me. I don't care. Fuck you.